No, I won't say an old friend, a friend that I've known for many, many moons. If my daughter is 26 years old, and I think he knows her from she was before 1 year old, so you can imagine how long it is. So we would like to welcome to the studios of Stylz FM, Chef Manga. And you may have seen him when he did the Naming show on the Bullhead Mountain, and that was done on
TVJ.
On TVJ. Yeah. Chef Manga is also the owner of the Shiftaurant.
Yeah.
And I said, what is a Shiftaurant? And basically, what he said was that you can shift and go anywhere and do your thing. In other words, it's not a restaurant where it just rests one place. It's shift and go anywhere. So anywhere you need a restaurant, you can just Mango can just shift and just make the restaurant possible any place. So, Mango, what brings you to Portland this morning? I mean, I was really shocked and surprised. But I'm going to tell you how it works. You know, I was thinking that I really needed somebody to interview today, and I couldn't think of who. And this morning I hear beep beep at the gate, and when I look out, it's Mango. And I'm saying, what did I mean? Oh, you can't say that word on radio. I think so, yeah. But there's somebody that we can interview. So we set it up, and you go uptown, and we get ready, and we come, and here we are together again. And so, what brings you to Portland? Because I know that you are from Portland, but you live in the parish of Clarendon.
Clarendon, yeah.
Yes. So what brings you to Portland?
Yes, Sister P. Well, you know, Titchfield is my old school. And you know, Titchfield is celebrating its 225th anniversary. And all the folks from all over the world passing through and checking in at the anniversary gatherings that they're going to be having for the next couple of days. So from today through to Sunday, I think they'll be having some things. Right now, I'm going up into the Rio Grande River Valley. And as soon as I finish here, it's up there I go to enjoy some of the good Rio Grande River water and the good country breeze, and possibly if I find some food, because you know, so I travel with my pot and my pan and my stove and my coal and my oil and my food. So you know,
so if you have a Shiftaurant, you must travel with them.
Travel with them there. You know, so that's some things said right now. But let me say first, before I go any further, and this is Sister P, you know, bless to all of the audience out there, locally, internationally, and the internet and the outernet, you know. Yeah man, this is Manga coming to you from Portland, Stylz FM studios. Yeah.
Manga, you're a chef.
Yeah man.
You know, one of the things that impressed me with you when I first met you, and this is how we met, you were actually farming in Portland. You were doing organic farming.
Yes ma'am.
And I was doing organic farming at the time. So it was a natural thing for us to come together. But also at that time, you were making tofu. And I didn't know of anybody in Jamaica that was making tofu at that time.
Yeah.
So you were like way ahead of your time. But tell me something, basically, how you really make tofu?
Yeah, well, let me say first, although you saw I first making tofu, let me tell you this, Ras Emo is the man who really introduced I to tofu from country farm, so I have to give him the credit to that. And tofu is a basic, simple food for make, you know. Basically what you do is get the soya beans, you soak them, then you run them through your juice extractor or your blender with some good spring water. Now people call this juice that come from soya beans, soya milk, but we say right now soya don't have breast, you only get milk from mama, so you can't get milk from soya bean. You understand? So we say you get soya juice because you add water to it and you get the juice out. Now when you get the juice from the soya, you see it looking white, mama, Sister B, and after you have that, what you need to do now is to get a coagulant that it curdles that liquid. But you have to boil it, just like how when them folks boil cow's milk and it boil up and like it off flow over the pot, you just turn off the fire then and then you start add your coagulant to it. That now curdles, create a curdling process.
What is the coagulant?
Well, you can use all kind of things, you know. You can use things like vinegar, lime juice. You know, it has to be kind of acidic.
Okay.
So when you had that now, you don't have it in big quantities at any one time. You just tip and stir it. when you stir it and stir it and stir it, you notice now, as you had it, it's, yeah man, as you add that thing to it now and stir it, you find that the thing, you see some little beads start coming inside of that liquid, and it get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the liquid get clearer and clearer and clearer, so you can actually see through the liquid. So now the clear part is called the whey, and then the solid pieces now is the curds. What you do after you get the wheys and the curds, yes, you strain off the whey, and then you just press the curds into any shape you have that you can press it in. So if you have a strainer, you can just press it in on the strainer and you get a nice round one. Or if you have something square, you can just press it down inside of that it just take the shape of the thing and then it slide out after you manipulate it out there. Yeah man, so it's a basic simple thing, and you know soya is also very nutritious, very high in protein, and you know, as an alternative for chicken and beef and them kind of thing there, you know, it's a better thing for eat right now in them time, you know, when things kind of high in stress, you know, you want something very much stressless for really digest your system, you know.
I know I have people in the audience out there, and the first thing that they're going to say, well, soya not good for you because it's genetically modified soya, we'll get you. But we're not really talking about genetically modified soya. And the truth of the matter is that studies have shown that in countries where they do consume soya, like in the Far East, they really have less cases of cancer than what we have over here in the West. Yes.
And you have some information going out about soya bean, you know. You see, if the thief write the story, or let's say if the hunter write the story, you know, some kill the lion. Now, if the lion write the story, is the lion kill the hunter.
Yes.
So it's a situation where, yeah, it's a situation where now people trying to market this over that and telling people all kind of thing, and well, people have the right to believe what they want to believe or accept what they want to accept. But as they rightfully say, you know, in places where people consume soya products, you have less of them cancerous and them illnesses and degenerative diseases than, you know, for them countries where them people eat up all sorts of carcasses, you know. Yeah man.
But you know, it is interesting to note, because so many times people say to you, well, we want to become vegetarian, but we don't know what to eat. And it's not even, you don't have to be a vegetarian to eat tofu. I mean,
no.
You know, it's just that you don't have to be a vegetarian to consume more soy than you normally would. It's just that you cut back on some things. But as you said, you know, it is to try and get something sold over something else, because we had the same situation with coconut oil a few years ago.
Well, I was just coming to that.
Yes, when they were telling you that coconut oil was so bad for you and you should not consume coconut oil. And of course that was to sell different types of oil. But now coconut oil is the hottest thing. I mean, like, that is the thing, that is the in thing. You can't even get coconut oil now because everybody using coconut oil.
And in terms of the information on coconut oil, it's like coconut oil is medicine. You can take a teaspoon a day, add it to your drinks or whatever you're having, and use that, because in terms of even cholesterol and all them things are beneficial towards, you know, the cholesterol levels in the system, you know. So it's all people want to sell things and then put things over things. So it's just you have to know what you really want in your system and what is best for you, you understand? So we're really just kind of telling people to eat better, and if they love themselves, them will treat themselves much better. And the things to make themselves healthier longer is these things, less of the meat and more natural foods in fruits and vegetables and legumes basically.
I know that talking about coconut oil, one of our listeners, Roots Woman, she goes under the moniker of, and she the other day, you know, I was coming down, listeners don't know, but last week I was really under the weather because I was coming down with this thing. I said I've never had flu, and I still don't think it was flu because my body never pain up, but I just feel mashed down. But you know, she was saying to me that whenever she feels like anything coming on, she takes 2 tablespoons, I think it is, of coconut oil. And that is her medicine. That is what she takes for her medicine.
Yeah man, them say you can live on it man. 1 teaspoon a day man. You can go and have a coconut, and you know, it builds the immune system terribly too, you know. So sometimes when you see some people in some big countries sell some other food, you know, it's like them have them reason why them do it, because they want to make money, really. But let me big up Roots Woman, you say?
Yeah, roots.
Yeah. Where she the Jamaica or she international?
She in Jamaica. She down Eastport and Long Road.
Bless up
every
roots,
week,
man.
you know, she always participate in the program. I just send a new message there, and I don't know what that message is, but we can't see it from here. So.
And roots, man, I know some breadfruit here. Good fit roast and breadfruit soon. Yeah. So you just keep in touch with me from out of Long Beach because I want to come find you.
She said that rumor with the coconut oil was put out by the soybean oil industry.
Yeah, man. Then the same like all when they come on to all weed and paper and all them things. Now the paper industry people in a you know the states where put out some information. Yeah, man.
Well, you know, each week we do a whole thing on herb on this program, and we have been able to start off from it being the only thing that is closest, the seeds, and the oil being the closest thing to mother's milk, or the only substitute for mother's milk. So we have done a whole thing. We've been doing months and months of it,
so,
bringing information to people about herb.
So you must have gone across them information there as it relates to the political thing of weed. So Sister P, how you do? Well, I'm sorry for touch barging by you know, but you know, you give thanks still.
Yeah, I'm good, and it certainly is a pleasure because you know sometimes when you're out here, and I mean like a lot of your loved ones, people get scattered all over, you know, and it's such a nice thing when they can come in and you can get to see each other, and it's just one love again, you know. And yeah, it's not one love, it's no flow.
No flow, and what still the public says many meals we have had, you know. Many calabash we eating out of, and trust me, enough vibes up in the mountain, the upper content. And yeah man, I must take this opportunity to internationally, you know, congratulate Sister P for the works what she did with the youths them up in our Hope Day, the opening the school and setting a whole lot of youths on them way right now the mountain of the earth and the great things. So Sister P, from me to you, you know, give thanks and congratulations for all them good works that you really put on, you know.
Give thanks, and as I was saying earlier, you know, I just love to teach, and I don't have a classroom to teach in, so I guess I'm using this opportunity as somewhere that I can pass off information, because you get to realize that people just don't know. I mean, there is limited information out there. Look at it, and the one that there's so many of them that grieve me. But look at it, we're a people of African descent, and we know absolutely nothing about Africa. Irish people in Jamaica, they know about Ireland, you know, even the Indian people, and I noticed that some of them, the ones who came here as indentured servants, they are also losing it, and many of them have lost it. Because when I first moved to into the Hope Bay area, every year they used to have their celebration and they would cook all of their Indian food, you know, and I mean like all of these things, that's just going away and gone, and it really shouldn't be.
But you have some system in the world where really try to take our people, you know, indigenous culture away from them because them have a culture to give them. So we know the politics of that, we're not going on that now because food we are talking about, but them things are out there. Yes, Sister P, and me see kind of wonder what is the Shiftaurant as me tell them. I will tell the people about the Shiftaurant.
Yeah, because I want to know what is in the Shiftaurant.
Well, my concept is the Shiftaurant. We're establishing the Shiftaurant right now in Jamaica and internationally. For the locals, yeah, them can get in touch with me anytime, you know, any place them want it. The logo or the slogan about the Shiftaurant is the anywhere dining. So anywhere you want it, on the beach, on the river, up in the mountains at your house, we come teach you how to cook, we cook for you. And for the folks them will coming in from overseas, if they want, we come cook for them, carry them going to the place, go cook for them, beach, river, sea, mountains. So it's not a one place thing, and the next thing with Shiftaurant as opposed to restaurant, the food where we prepare to is the food where give you energy. You notice sometimes when people go to a restaurant go eat food, I get restaurant food, them eat it and by them don't eat it, them drop asleep over it. And them not in a mood for go nowhere. It's like them just rest. Yeah, well, it's that process.
Yeah, well, as you said,
yeah.
Rest.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant.
So you just rest.
You just rest and rest food. Make you have to sleep and tired. We cook energized food and even raw food too, you know. Nice raw salads and pies and fruit cakes and all them kind of thing there. So hence the Shiftaurant, you know, different level, you know. We are taking it to the world right now, and this is Manga. If you want to contact me, just link me at the Shiftaurant at gmail.com.
So, you know, one of the things that I must tell you, you know, is that I'm good for the raw food too, you know. Yeah, man, I'm good for the raw food. I used to help Aris first time, and I used to do Aris herbal walks for him. So when they come for the live food, me know me thing. Me know me thing.
We have had some Irish food too, you know, and right now I see him doing some works on the internet, you know, and we haven't spoken in a long while, but I'm sure I'm gonna be contacting him soon because we're kind of in on the same thing too, you know. So we know what it is all about, you know.